What do you do when your son asks you a question that is dreaded to be answered? That is a good question of itself. My name is Brandy Wolf. I am a spiritual counselor, a shaman, and an oracle of hidden truths. And today, which is Wednesday, March 13th, 2025, but I'm going to post this up on Friday the 15th of 2025 of March, because I already did a video for today, which was a paid card reading. But this is basically like a vlog. So I'm 49 years old, so I'm Gen X, okay? Now we only had to worry about tornadoes in school, fire in school, and if our Halloween candy was being tampered, or some of the things that we had to worry about. My son, who is 9 years old, came to me today after school, asked me what he should do if there was a killer in his school, meaning if there was a shooter. My son is 9, and I dreaded this question because I never had to deal with that. Gen X, we never had to deal with that. We didn't have to deal with the possibility of someone shooting up our school. But in today's age, the kids have to deal with it. And it's painful. It's painful as a parent to have to talk to your child about something like that that could happen. That could most definitely happen. So, him and I told him what my understanding is of what schools do nowadays with that possibility. He wanted to run away from the school and come home. And I had explained to him that that's not the best option and why that is not the best option. I said, from my understanding, you probably will be told to either lay down and not make a sound. Your room may be barricaded where they lock it up and try to keep the person out. And having this talk was tough because I can't imagine my son going through something like that. Speaking of, that was my son. He's all excited that he got the chat feature on his Roblox. Because I had to approve it. But anyway. Yeah. That's crazy. Having to talk to your child about that kind of possibility. And, excuse me, I'm 49. And I had him when I was 39. And I wasn't expecting to have a child. I wasn't expecting, because I was told I was infertile when I was 23. I was told I would never have children, and then all of a sudden, I'm pregnant with a son. And I want him to be able to get and feel that he's loved by his parents. Because I didn't have that luxury when I was younger. My parents were horrible. And in some ways, they're still horrible. My father used to tell me that nobody wanted me. And he would basically abuse me verbally, emotionally, and same thing with my mom. My mom would call me names, call me Shamu, Hoover. Um, she was also a gaslighter. She would make you feel bad for her, things of that nature. I finally had to put my foot down a couple years ago because she found me on Facebook and she started her rhetoric, and we got into the usual, and I finally put my foot down. She called me obnoxiously evil, which I like that title. I like that title. I will take that title, obnoxiously evil. But I want my son to have the love and to feel the love that I didn't have when I was growing up. And he knows he is loved. He knows he is wanted. And he knows he is cherished. And he's very smart. Too smart for his own good. But he's very smart. And I'm lucky to have him. Going through the things I went with him, like the potty training and things like that, I was so worried and scared that I would mess that up. But he did it on his own. I didn't have to do hardly anything, and it totally blew my mind. I'd read these messages in these parent forums about how scared and how horrible potty training was, for example. And I'm like, well, I got the luckiest kid. He does it on his own. I don't have to do nothing. I was lucky. But the idea of losing him for something like that, I don't like thinking about it. I don't like worrying about it. I want to live in the moment, live in the present, not think about something like that. And me and him, we hugged. And I told him, I want you to know that no matter what, I love you. No matter what. And that you mean the world to me. So whatever happens, happens. But know that you are loved. I just didn't want to have that kind of talk. I wasn't ready for that kind of talk. I don't think any parent is truly ready for that talk. But I needed to address it with him. I needed to let him know. I know, such a downer kind of video, but it's one that you have to face. Any parent has to face, you know. You have to face what could possibly happen to your child, especially when they're bringing it up, and you have to address it. And that's what I did. So please hug your kids a little tighter. Let them know that they are loved and show them love. Let them know they are worthy to exist. And if you're having issues with your own mentality, and if you are one of the parents out there that are not treating their kids right, talk to someone. find somebody to talk to help you. Call a hotline. I don't know what you would call, but try to look up resources in your area. And keep your guns safe and out of the hands of children, please. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a great weekend. Let's try to have it on a brighter note. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and many blessings to you and yours.